Hey everybody, Lloyd Lester here. I see a lot of guys on YouTube do review videos on knives and stuff. So today I thought I'd take some time to talk about the Mora Pro C carbon steel knife from Mora Knives of Sweden. A lot of guys I see do a lot of videos with shiny new blades on their knives, and they pretty much just talk about features, but I thought I'd go a little more in depth of talking about what's happened with this knife over the last year and a half since I've had it. So let's go over a few of those things. So the Mora knife Pro C carbon, this has been a tough little knife. Like, I see a lot of guys do shiny new knife review videos, I've never really done a knife review video, but I thought that this little thing really needed a shout out. It's I think it's right at 4 inches of blade length. I really like the fact that the handle, even though this is not a full tang knife, the handle fits my bigger hands quite well. Of course, it's a Scandi grind knife. I'm not going to go into details and do feather sticking videos with you because I don't want to bore you to death, because it's been done a million times. So all I'm going to point out is that I took a file and 90-degreed my spline for striking ferro rods or shaving pieces of fat wood. I did have a problem with, I'm going to be honest, I don't like using a fillet knife with fish. I actually use this to fillet a lot of my fish, just because I feel that I can work around bones better with this than I can a fillet knife. So I'm not saying that this is a great fillet knife, but it works for me. But I was having problems with, after keeping it in the sheath, even though it's got a little drain hole in the bottom of the sheath for in case if you fall in water, or so moisture can drain out, I still had problems with the blade rusting. So I did, like everybody else has, a little apple cider vinegar forced patina, and that seems to have really held up. As far as the cutting edge part of it, I just make sure that I let it dry really good and clean my blade before I put it away. If I'm not going to use it for a while, I just take a little bit of olive oil and coat the blade with it. But for the most part, I like the fact that you have so much control with this short of a blade. And I mean, it is very, very well for fine carving if you need to. Like I said, I'm not going to make like 20 curl feather stick videos for you, but I mean, this is a very, very easy to sharpen, easy to use. I use this knife for everything. It's pretty much an EDC for me, just because I don't want to carry a lot of my good knives out and risk losing them when I'm on a kayak or when I'm out and about. But just going to say that this knife is a very well built knife. It's tough, it's rugged. I don't baton. I feel that if you have an axe, there's no need for you to baton a knife. I'm sorry, that might make a lot of people mad. Yes, if you had to and you were in a survival scenario, yes, you probably couldn't do it very well with this short of a blade, because honestly, what kind of firewood are you going to process with a 4-inch knife? But this knife, I have cut deer throats, slaughtered rabbits. We raise meat rabbits. I use this knife to do a lot of my skinning. I use it to cut through bone, and every time I use it, I've chopped fish heads off with it, chopped off the dorsal fins of bluegills and countless fish, and at the end of the day, usually all I have to do is strop it on a piece of leather and it's back to shaving sharp. This thing, like I said, if you do get a few little dull spots in it, just hone it a little bit. But this is I would recommend to the bushcrafter out there, if you're looking for a really decent knife that will not break the bank whatsoever. You could probably buy 2 or 3 of these and it would last you for years and years and years. But I'm just saying, for the money, for what this knife is, very exceptionally built. I love the feel of it. It's comfortable. You can even reach with your thumb, doing some fine carving, you know, cutting out, let's just say you were cutting out net needles or something, or doing some fine carving, then this is a very awesome knife. So I am not sponsored or anything by Mora. Don't know if I'm supposed to put that out there, but I am not sponsored. I think I bought this knife for like $12 to $15 maybe. But if you wanted something to start bushcrafting with, it will not. It is a very good knife, and it will not break the bank. Excuse me. One thing I did do is that I'm always afraid, me out and about rough, you know, with picking up my kayak and loading it, I'm afraid of bumping the knife and it falling out of the sheath on me. So all I did was just a little paracord snake knot little cover to go over it, or a little rope to help secure it, and it has never come out on me. And it kind of looks neat. I mean, it may look a little cheesy, but like I said, very exceptional knife. Check them out. This is the Mora Pro C carbon. There are others out there, of course, the stainless and everything. I have a stainless Mora companion that is also a very exceptional knife, but for me, like if I'm going to do fine carving type stuff, then this is an awesome knife. I have dropped it in the mud, beat on it, stabbed stuff with it, and it still holds up real well and takes an edge back pretty quick. Not a lot of work to keeping this thing sharp and ready to shave. So check them out sometime. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit subscribe. New to the YouTube scene, so trying to start a channel. Hope you like what you saw, and tune in next time for whatever comes next.